Hello everyone. So as I have told you in my previous videos that the greatest story I ever like is Death Note. Okay, Death Note is the story I love the most. Okay, and Death Note is the psychological story. Okay, it is about psychology, mystery, crime, and thriller. That is the kind of story Death Note is. Now, the greatest psychological story ever is Crime and Punishment. Okay, now I don't have any opinion on Crime and Punishment yet because I haven't read it yet, and that is why I have ordered it. Okay, so because I have already completed reading The Intelligent Investor, I have completed that book. So now I am going to embark on this journey of reading this book here, Crime and Punishment. Okay, because up until now I have only watched Death Note. That is why Death Note is the greatest story I ever like. But who knows? After reading this one, this might becomes my greatest story because if you read here, it is the author's greatest story, finest masterpiece. So the author's name is Fyodor Dostoevsky, and it is Dostoevsky's finest masterpiece. Okay, now it is about psychology, it is about crime, it is about thriller, and that is why I am going to read this book, Crime and Punishment here. Okay, now the publisher I used is Penguin Classic. Okay, so I ordered the Penguin Classic publisher edition. Okay, because it is the international edition and it has published a lot of books. Okay, lots of novels here with good English translation because Fyodor Dostoevsky is a Russian. Okay, was a Russian, sorry. Fyodor Dostoevsky was a Russian, so he wrote this novel in Russian, and Penguin Classic uh, has translated it very properly in the English version. Okay, so that is why I think this is a good publisher here to order. Okay, and they have published a lot of books for a lot of novels, and they have translated them properly with proper reference notes, all the context. If there is some context you need to know about Russian culture and all of those things, then that is inside this one as well. Okay, and if you try to read the this one here. Okay, so this last one you can read here. So it says Dostoevsky's great novel of damnation and redemption evokes a world where the lines between innocence and corruption, good and evil blurs. See, the same thing was happening in Death Note as well. Okay, Light Yagami was also thinking that he is doing good, even though he was killing people. He was thinking that he is good. Okay, and it tells the story of Raskolnikov. So that is the main character here. Okay, just like Light Yagami, a destitute and desperate former student. Light Yagami was also the student here. Okay, former student who wanders through the slums of St. Petersburg and commits a random murder without remorse or regret. Okay, so this novel was written at the time in St. Petersburg, which has a similar environment as it was shown in Tokyo in the book Death Note here. Okay, a lot of crimes were happening, a lot of bad people and all of those things. So in the same environment, Raskolnikov was also born into. Okay, and what happens through the slums of St. Petersburg and commits a random murder without remorse or regret. Just like Light Yagami don't have any regret. Okay, he imagines himself to be beyond conventional moral laws, just like Light Yagami. But as he embarks on a dangerous game of cat and mouse with a police investigator. So there is a police investigator in this novel as well. Just like L. Lolliard was there in the Death Note, Light Yagami was playing a game of cat and mouse with L. Lolliard. Here we have a police investigator as well. Okay, Raskolnikov is pursued by the growing voice of his conscience and find the noose of his own guilt lightning around his neck. Okay, so that is what is happening here. He started to have a grown voice of his conscience and all of those things. So I think this is going to be a good novel. A lot of similarities I have find with Death Note here, and and I think this would be a very good novel. That is what I believe. This would be a very good novel. So I am going to read it, and just like I gave you the review of the Intelligent Investor, I will give you the review of this one as well. This is also a very thick book. See, I think it is exactly that much thick as Intelligent Investor, but the difference is it is a novel, it is a story. So I think I will be more interested in reading this one because it is a novel, it is a story. I write reading stories. If you try to see the font is exactly the same as the Intelligent Investor. Okay, and it seems like a good book. It seems like a good book here. Okay, so I am going to read this one. I will take months, maybe probably I will take months to read this one. But when I will read it completely, I will give you my review. Okay, so yes, that is my one more update on my life. I am embarking on one more journey of reading one more book here. Okay, so yes, that's it for this video here. When I will read this book, I will give you further review on this one. Okay, so okay, then thank you very much for watching this video. This is one update on my life here. Okay, thank you very much.